2025 is here, and we of course are going to continue creating videos for you. Also, something that never changes is we offer Windows 11 Pro retail keys. For just $12.50, purchase one today and you are good to go for the end of the year when Windows 10 is end of life. It has actually happened. Today, April 22, 2025, Bethesda has officially announced and released the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered. This surprise launch brings the beloved 2006 RPG we all know into the modern era. So it is available on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PC, and even Game Pass Ultimate. So rumors of this remaster began already in 2023, followed leaked Microsoft documents that hinted at its development, and the speculation intensified last week when screenshots and promotional materials surfaced from Virtuous' website. So Virtuous is the studio co-developing the remaster with Bethesda. I already did create some videos on it, and I'm really happy to see that this game actually got announced and actually got released. So with its official release now, Oblivion Remastered offers amazing new Unreal Engine 5 visuals, updated gameplay mechanics, and includes the original expansions. So if you're an old player or a new player, this is something you definitely want to play. So I would say let's deep dive into what you can expect from this official remaster. The thing that probably nobody ever expected did happen. The Oblivion Remaster has been created in Unreal Engine 5. While it was presumed that these engines lied miles away from each other, Greg Coulthard, pretty much proved everybody wrong, that he showed it was able to import the Oblivion ESM files directly into Unreal Engine 5. And when I saw that for the first time, I actually had hope that this was going to happen also for the remake, because let's face it, what do you think about Unreal Engine 5? This is just an amazing engine with amazing features. So the Oblivion Remastered used Unreal Engine 5, and it has now the modern era with amazing new comprehensive visual overhauls powered by the effects and tools that Unreal Engine 5 has to offer. So it not only introduces high resolution textures, but also a brand new system of dynamic lighting and intricate and environmental details, and also an example dynamic weather system. Like weather effects truly have effect also on the textures and the landscape and NPCs. And this, I would say, gives a complete new dynamic to Oblivion. Also, character and enemy models have been very well redesigned, so to enhance more realism. Now, and finally, we get rid of the actual potato faces, but also the immersion is way better. They used somewhat of a lip sync feature, a new lip sync feature that made the dialogue more immersive as well. So I would say they probably did use MetaHuman for the NPCs, but that's a great tool for altering NPCs. And even despite these very new advancements regarding graphics and visuals, the remaster retains the essence of the original Oblivion by integrating elements of the classic engine, so the first creation engine from Bethesda. And this blend ensures that while players experience modern graphics, the core feels pretty much the same, that Oblivion remains intact. It, however, has been improved, of course, especially regarding combat and the engine, because that is just way too old from 2006. I was very pleased watching the gameplay and trailer footage. It looked really awesome in my opinion. And since it is out now, and I've been watching some gameplay videos while I'm downloading Oblivion, it just looks really good. So we talked a little bit about gameplay in the previous chapter, but the Oblivion Remaster introduced a suite of new gameplay enhancements that, in the first place modernize the experience, but also preserving the core essence of the original. I think this was such an important thing. They, from Virtuous, did mention that they really tried to preserve the core of the original Oblivion, because we have seen and played so much amazing stuff from the original Oblivion. So one of the most notable additions is now the sprint mechanic, the same thing we have in Skyrim and the newer RPGs and Bethesda RPGs. So this allows you to just sprint to the very big expansive world instead of only needing to having a horse to somewhat run faster. So this feature brings, I would say, dynamic pace to exploration, but also combat, of course. That's something you might forget. And it's just aligning with modern RPG standards. I think this was something nice and important also to, travel a little bit faster without having to use fast travel or use a horse. So what's really have been significantly refined is combat. So we have new animations and they provide a more responsive and immersive feel with distinct movements for different weapons and improved hit reactions. So these changes somewhat enhance the tactical depth of the engagement you're going to have, making each encounter more engaging. And I think this is pretty important because combat was really broken in the original Oblivion. You can put it on like, okay, that's what the game was, but I think this is truly the broken mechanics and gameplay of Oblivion. Also, what has been redefined is the third-person view. The third-person perspective has undergone a complete comprehensive overhaul, so players now benefit from a dedicated crosshair finally, and camera adjustments that offer a more intuitive and immersive experience. So this is also comparable to modern action RPGs, and this was just really needed. The UI has been redesigned as well for better accessibility, clarity. An example, menus, HUD elements, and systems like Persuasion and Clairvoyance have now been updated to provide a more streamlined and user-friendly experience. And I think, you always had to install mods for the Oblivion UI for the PC. Finally, now we have a brand new 2025 UI, and I think that was really needed from an old game like this. Also, character progression has been reimagined, so you now have the elements from not only Oblivion but also Skyrim, which worked really well. So this new leveling system simplifies attribute management and it allows you for more flexible and rewarding character development. So this hybrid approach, I would say, addresses previous criticisms of Oblivion and it just offers a more balanced progression path. Enemy scaling has been adjusted to provide a more consistent challenge throughout the game because also the scaling was very broken in the original Oblivion. So I would say these changes really ensure that encounters finally remain engaging and appropriately challenging, so regardless of your player's level, of your character's level. So I would say that's finally the biggest issues that Oblivion had, the combat and just the gameplay in general. So I would say these gameplay improvements really modernize Oblivion's mechanics, hopefully delivering a refreshed experience that honors the original legacy while meeting also new game mechanics from a 2025 video game. I would say one of the biggest questions was how were they going to handle audio, because Oblivion of course had some very quirky audio but also some very memorable audio from the game. So the Oblivion Remaster brings significant improvements to the game's audio and also dialogue system. So it now really enhances immersion but also character diversity. The problem was in the original 2006 release, technical limitations led to many races, as we know, sharing the same voice actors, resulting in a lack of vocal variety among characters. And while this was funny, it didn't really, it's not really something you want to do in 2025. So the remastered version addresses this by re-recording dialogue to ensure each race now has distinct voice lines. So it now finally adds depth and authenticity to the interactions throughout Cyrodiil. I think that while it was fun listening to all the same voice actors, I don't think for a 2025 remake you don't want to do this all over again. So importantly, while the dialogue has been updated, the remaster retains the original's unique charm, iconic and quirky lines, of course, like I mentioned, that we as fans have come to love. Those remain intact, and I think that's very well done from Virtual Studios. So notably voice actor Wes Johnson, known for his roles as Lucian, returns to reprise his characters, so that's really amazing. So he maintains the continuity and nostalgia for longtime players. So overall, these audio enhancements provide a richer and more more immersive experience for a new 2025 game, but also really well done keeping the original voice intact, but adding new voice lines for different races to have it somewhat of a more modern 2025 game. And I think that has been done. It must not have been an easy decision, but I think they made the best choice regarding that. Oblivion Remaster offers two editions. You have the Standard Edition and the Deluxe Edition. So the Standard Edition comes with the base game and all the DLC we've seen from the Oblivion Game of the Year edition. So this includes the Knights of the Nine, Shivering Isles, of course, the biggest expansion packs. But additionally, it also features the other content packs like Fighter Stronghold, Spelltome Treasures, File Lair, Maroon's Razor, Thieves' Den, Wizard's Tower, the Orrery, and the famous Horse Armor pack. The Deluxe Edition does all that content from the Standard Edition, but adds exclusive digital items as well, unique armors, weapons, and horse armor sets also themed after Akatosh and Maroon's Dragon. And it also includes a digital art book and an official soundtrack app, providing a deeper insight into the game's development and music. So, for the ones who already own the Standard Edition, or if you just purchase a Standard Edition, you can have an affordable Deluxe Edition upgrade. So it gives you that extra content if you would like to have that later. So no weird pre-orders. That's a good thing because this game wasn't able to pre-order. It has been released today. So I think it's a good thing. It is full price. However, it would be nicer if they would have somewhat of a discount if you own the original Oblivion, but I guess it is what it is. So these are the two versions we're going to see. Oblivion Remastered is going to be available on multiple platforms, pretty much anything you want, including PlayStation 5, which is kind of surprising since Microsoft, of course, owns Bethesda. But on top of PlayStation 5, the usual suspects, Xbox Series X and S, Windows PC, of course, and also first for day one an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. So this offers you for a relatively low cost to try the Standard Edition. So if you look a little bit about the PC system requirements, you need at least an i7-8600K, 16GB RAM, and very surprisingly a GTX 1070 Ti or higher. So that's really, really low tier to get into this game. Recommended is actually also not that hard. It is an i5 and an RTX 2080 or higher. So that's not really, no fancy 5090s are needed. And that's, I would say, really, really good thing. It's also worth noting that the game is Steam Deck verified, so this ensuring compatibility for handheld gaming enthusiasts. So I would say this is amazing because they could have just released it on Xbox Series S and X and PC only, but now we have a very wide platform, but also very acceptable low standard system requirements. So pretty much everyone can now play the amazing Oblivion Remastered for Unreal Engine 5. So the pricing is, it's like a AAA price. It's 55 euros or $50 for the base game, and the deluxe edition is $60 or 64 euros. So it's a AAA game, but I think this game is such an amazing game. It is definitely worth it. So you have many options to play it on pretty much any platform, and even if you have a potato PC almost back from 2006, you can also play this game. So the Oblivion Remaster has a significant milestone for fans of the series, but also brings something to the table that really has to be addressed. Unlike the original from 2006 in the Creation Engine 1, which has an amazing modding community, it was the top 5 if I remember correctly on Nexus Mods. This remaster does not officially support mods, or maybe not yet. Bethesda has confirmed that mods are not supported for the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered, and this is of course a very notable departure from the franchise history of embracing modding. And this is a little bit sad, but also very explainable because this has been created in Unreal Engine 5, a brand new engine, has nothing to do with Bethesda's Creation Kit anymore, or the Creation Engine. So it's a different engine in total. So then we have the other very, very big thing I would like to point out, and that is the Oblivion project. This project, 10 years in the making, was finally about to be released this year. And I'm afraid the guys from Oblivion had no idea till maybe a month ago or something that this surprise release was going to happen. An official Oblivion Remaster, but also an amazing Oblivion Remaster. I have to say this, I watched the videos, this is a truly looking good, and it is available right now. But this of course is a really big kick in the face from the Oblivion team, and I'm afraid it really takes away like at least half of the wind from their sails. Which is very unfortunate, because if this game was not released, then the Oblivion project would be huge among, I would say enthusiasts, but also non-enthusiasts, that people were going to play Sky Oblivion more. Now I really hope they still get a lot of people who are going to play it. Yeah, I would say you have to look the games as the two different individual projects. So the official remaster, but also Sky Oblivion. And Sky Oblivion, of course, does handle modding, because maybe there are going to be mods needed almost for people to experience certain improvements, and they can do that with Sky Oblivion, not with this official Oblivion remaster. So this is something to keep in mind. You cannot just go to Nexus and install all your favorite mods, or maybe not yet. So we're going to see what's going to happen regarding modding and this official Oblivion remaster. I would truly say that today, April 2022 in 2025, really marks a significant moment for me and also other fans of the Elder Scrolls series. The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion was my favorite Elder Scrolls ever made, and Bethesda, in collaboration with Virtuous, has today officially released the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered, so bringing the 2006 amazing RPG we all love to this modern era. And this remaster, developed using Unreal Engine 5, offers enhanced visual, improved lighting, and refined gameplay mechanics as well, all while preserving the core experience that player cherished nearly 2 decades ago. I think one thing that hasn't been said much is that if Virtuous is able to do this right, and I think they've done it, the game is out right now, we can also see the same for Fallout 3, Skyrim, Fallout New Vegas, and this is going to be a very, very amazing time. So regarding Skyrim Remastered, the Remastered Edition includes the original expansions, including Night of the Nine and Shivering Isles, of course, along with all the other DLC. So players can choose between the Standard Edition or the Deluxe Edition. And yeah, all with, and the availability is insane with even PlayStation 5 included, but of course also Xbox Series X and X, Windows PC, and also directly on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. One thing, the biggest downside, I would say, official mod support is not here yet, maybe later, but also for the ones who are waiting for Sky Oblivion, it's going to happen also this year. So it means we have 2 ways all of a sudden after all these years to fully play Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion in a true remaster, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. I'm currently downloading it right now as we speak to play this game because I purchased a 4K OLED monitor a few weeks ago, so I'm super, super happy that I'm able to play this game. So I hope you're going to like it as well. Let me know in the comments if you're really also downloading it or buying it, or maybe buying it on Game Pass, and hope to see you at one of my next videos.